What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. We got the beanie on today, but we got a big one here today. The OPTC awards for 2023 are right around the corner. So shout out to the homie Pappy, Captain Pappy, who creates this every single year, and we like to do obviously the live show on the One Piece Treasure Cruise podcast, Good, Great, Perfect. Make sure to go ahead and check it out. We do it every 2 weeks. Make sure to go ahead and check it. We got myself, Captain Pappy, as well as some previous Treasure Cruise players. Sometimes we have guests on. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely go ahead and check it out. But we have the award show, which is like most award shows that you see at the end of years. Obviously, the most notable one on the internet that a lot of people talk about is the Game Awards. And this, takes a little bit from that, in the fact that, we're going to be talking about everything relating to Treasure Cruise and giving my thoughts and opinions on who should win or what should win the award for each individual category. So you've got the voting here. It ends December 7th, 1900 PST time, translated to other times here on the voting list. The link, obviously, to the voting will be down below in the video description. I'll also leave it as a pinned comment. Make sure to go over there, leave your thoughts and opinions about it, and yeah, we're going to announce all the winners, of course, on the Good, Great, Perfect podcast, and we've got some special thanks to Ryoan, Tony, and Mr. J for helping categories and nominations. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Our first category is the Best Extra Island Free-to-Play Unit. Award goes to the best free-to-play unit you can get from Extra Island. These units are from arenas, total point farming, raids, blitz, and logins. So, we've got Sasaki, shout out to the arenas. We only had like 2 over the last 12 months, which is so depressing. I would love to see more arenas. Quick login Luffy, who was okay. Law and Kid, though. Law and Kid is pretty poppin'. We got 4 nominations to give. I like Law and Kid a lot. Black Maria has a good support and saw a little bit of play. Yamato, no, not so much. No. This free-to-play Kaido's pretty good. I guess I'll leave it for now. Reiju is pretty good. Lim. This Bonnie's pretty good too. Makino and Luffy Uta, and then the strength login Luffy. Man, there really was not a lot of free-to-play units this year. That is so depressing, man. I guess I'll give it to the strength login Luffy. So our votes are Luffy, Bonnie, Kaido, and the Lawton Kid. So not a great array of characters, to be honest. Next nomination is the Best Game Mode Free-to-Play Unit, ranging from Treasure Map, Kizuna, and PKA. 5 nominations this time around. Okay, so we've got a lot more units to talk about here, I believe. So, Wiper is okay. Doflamingo, Izo, Fuji, Garp. I like this Capone. I think this Capone's actually very, very good. The free-to-play Jinbei, Roger, Momo. Akainu is pretty good. I like him. Sanji, the Perona is pretty good. Yamato, lead performers, Sayotama, Gordon. I like this unit too. This unit's pretty good. And I do like the new kid. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. I'm pretty content with those options. This new Luffy is really good, but we haven't seen his super evolution yet, so it's hard to determine how good he's actually going to be at his max capacity. But it's kind of unfortunate because there are not a great amount of free-to-play units. Like, some of them are alright, but there's also a lot of misses in here as well, so I feel alright with those votes. Best Treasure Map Rare Recruit. This is kind of hard, actually, because I don't remember a lot about each of the TM Rare Recruits, so I guess I'll just point out the ones that made the most impact. I think this Eneru was very good. This Eneru kind of helped people actually build teams to beat the local sea monster Grand Voyage when he came out, so a lot of people really like that Eneru there. Who else do we have? Young Blackbeard is okay. Ushimaru, big fan of this unit, all boosting support on the final stage, ridiculously good. The Sanji and Zoro here are actually pretty good. And then I'm going to give it to Ray's Max as well, shout out to him, he's actually a pretty solid unit. I assume there's 4 nominations here? 5 nominations. So we've only gotten 3 so far. Okay, so I guess we have to pick some more units. I guess we'll go with, I like the Zoro, he's pretty good. And we need 1 more unit. I'll give it to Teach. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Teach. Although Ohm and Gadatsu are really good too. I'm going to leave it at this right now though. So, pretty decent TM Rare Recruits this year. Best Kizuna Rare Recruit. So, let's see what we have here. Bonnie, Pudding, Bato, big fan of him. I think he's really good. Both Bato and Cavendish are really good because they introduced like new combinations of gimmick removal that like no other unit had in the game. Like Cavendish is like one of the only units that can do exactly what he does, and Bato is very unique with what he does too, like for his type and class combination. I remember like trying to team build back in the day and realizing that these were like the only 2 units that did these specific things. So I gotta give it to them. They're pretty good. Diamante, Pika Treble, not so much. This Moria, I don't have him yet, but I want to get him just because it allows you to use that old school Ors support that you can attach to him, because it only attaches to a Moria with a healing special, and this is a new Moria that has a healing special, who is pretty good. Bao Huang is pretty interesting, might give it to Bao Huang. Bins, not so much. I do like the TCG units. I'm very, very much inclined to give it to the TCG units, because these units are actually really good, by the way. Super good. So there's only 5 nominations. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Best Rumble Rare Recruit, 4 nominations. This is going to be an interesting one. So obviously King, I think he's probably going to win this, but I don't actually remember exactly everything that came out. King is up there. Blue Jam is definitely up there. Porchemi's good. Sasaki is good. Inazuma's okay. Shiki's pretty good. Bullet and Ann. Okay. I think I'm going to give it to Sasaki. And this is a tough one, actually. John Bart is interesting, but he just doesn't see a lot of play. I kind of want to give it to Shiki. I think Shiki's actually pretty good. Bullet's okay, but not really needed for teams. Or I could just give it to Porchemi, because Porchemi's actually pretty decent, to be honest. I think I'm going to give it to Shiki. So I'm going to go with Shiki, Sasaki, Blue Jam, and King. But I think King will probably end up winning that category. The best support rare recruit. Okay, 4 nominations here. Now, we don't have too many to go through, but 4 nominations when we have this many is kind of ridiculous, to be honest. This one should have been restricted to like 2 or 3. This is kind of bad. I kind of want to give one to Squad just because of his uniqueness, because he's the only support that does what he does. Very unique. Dex Momo is ridiculously good. I kind of like Barto because you can use him offensively or defensively. And I like Otama a lot as well. Like, Cornelia and Kotatsu, what they do are very good, but the problem is they only attach to Ace and they only work on the final stage, so a little bit niche. Motor is just terrible, and Queen just doesn't do enough, so I feel like this is like the only good options, to be fair. Bro, the best rare recruit? There are so many rare recruits. Okay, this might take a while, but we got a lot to go through. Let's see. Do any of these stand out? I mean, Hack and Koala are pretty good. Hack is nice. He's really unique, removing, I think he removes damage nullification, if I remember correctly. Super good unit. How many nominations do we get here? I should have checked that. 8 nominations. Okay, well, there's a lot of characters to pick, I suppose. I do like... The Nami was pretty good. I think I'll give one to her. Frankie and Brooke are pretty okay. Marco and Vista are kind of good. Same as Rakuyo and Namule. They have good supports. Jozu actually has a good support too. I like that a lot. The waifu characters were not that great. Dude, all 3 of the Ezo batch rare recruits are actually amazing, so I'm going to give all 3 of them the vote. And then we get towards the end. Hongo. Oh, dude, Hongo is really good. And then Lime Juice and Rockstar. Law. Okay, so we've got a lot here, but I like Rockstar's okay. Lime Juice is okay. I feel like they just needed to do a little bit more. I kind of like Hongo. I've been using him a lot recently since I've pulled him, and he's been really, really nice to use on like PKA and stuff like that. Beppo and Killer are okay. Fukurakuju actually is really nice. I do like him a lot. And I think that's I mean, like the Hiyori and Denjiro are a decent combo. Not a big fan of the Hancock and the Shinobu. Viola's not that good. I guess I'll give it to you because your support is pretty amazing. And then you got like the anniversary units. And they're, like, okay. And then the INT batch. I mean, there was a lot of rare recruits, but I think... I mean, this Sanji. Yeah, shout out to this Sanji, though. He's seen play a lot. Obviously, very good in the Grand Voyage versus Smoker. Kind of, like, needed for that team to actually work. So, I don't mind that at all. I'm not going to use all the nominations. I don't know if I even have 8 nominations, but I feel comfortable with the votes that I've picked. The best level limit break legend. Wow, okay, so there's a lot of level limit breaks that have come out this year. Which ones are the best? So we have a maximum of 8 nominations. So, let's see here. V1 Mihawk was required in order to beat the Grand Voyage, so I feel like that gives it a bit of credence to be picked. I like what they've done with this Luffy, both the quick and the strength version of Luffy, while they are completely different in a lot of ways. Their level limit break are also really useful to have too, so switching back and forth between these two is actually something that you would often do, or at least I've often done, where I wanted to showcase certain units, and super evolving back down to the quick Luffy is actually kind of nice to have. This Hancock, obviously very good for Grand Voyage versus Smoker. Nami was very useful for her Grand Voyage as well. A lot of these are pretty bad with their level limit breaks though, to be fair. Carrots, I wish hers was a lot better than what it currently is. Doflamingos is pretty good. Choppers is okay. Gotta give it to Cat Dog. But then again, the thing about Cat Dog is that a lot of people are gonna pick this one, but this is for the wrong category, because while their level limit break is definitely better, the Super Evolution in general is what made them good. It wasn't the level limit break that made them god tier, it was the fact that they got the Super Evolution. So I feel like this is a bad choice, so I wouldn't pick them. I feel like that goes to show with most of these Super Evolution characters, to be honest. Gil Tesoro definitely needed the level limit break to be good, so I agree with that, and I think Zephyr also kind of needed it to be good. Any of these other legends that already had pre-existing ones, did they get any better with their level limit breaks? I mean, they all got better, but did it actually make a difference? And honestly, I can't really say that I would pick any of these as like, wow, this unit got an amazing buff. I do like Hancock's one though. I have actually used it recently in other teams because of what it's been able to do. I used it on one of my Super Boss teams actually. This unit's actually super good, so I feel comfortable with that. But the best Super Evolution is going to be the biggest category. That'll be interesting to see what we pick for that one. Best Super Tandem of the year. So we've had a lot of Super Tandems come out this year. Let's have a look. We've got login. I'm not going to count the free-to-play units. No one really cares about them, unless if some of the free-to-play units have been actually pretty good with Super Tandems, but I can't really say that this login Luffy is one of those units. I have used this, the Super Tandem of Yamato a lot. Nami, amazing. Trash. Ace is pretty good. Sabers is trash. No. Jack, King, and Queen are all really good Super Tandems. Well, they're solid Super Tandems. I wouldn't say they're good. They're solid Super Tandems. So we might leave them out. Zora's is god tier. Whitebeard's is okay. The Reverie units are not good. The Strength League performers, I mean, no, it's their special that makes them good, not their Super Tandem. They're like the only good Super Tandem unit that actually works with Magma Kaido, though. That's the problem. Lawton Kid, it's a pretty overrated Super Tandem. Very hard to get leveled up, but if you get it leveled up, it is very strong. This Uta, it's not a great Super Tandem, and is not very good. Kobe's is pretty bad. Shanks's is okay, and Hiyori's is not really that good. So there aren't really many to choose from. We've chosen Zoro, Nami, and Yamato. Those are like the only three. I mean, I'll pick Ace, because why not? Because his Super Tandem's not terrible. But I don't feel super comfortable picking too many else, because the rest of the Super Tandems are very bare bones basic, like just get a flat boost, and maybe make orbs matching or do something else. But those other Super Tandems are just way more insane and do way more things for your crew. So it's a pretty underwhelming set of Super Tandems. Hopefully get more exciting ones in the future. The best ship upgrade. Oh my god, dude. The ship upgrades in 2023 were unparalleled. We weren't really expecting that to happen in 2023, but man, these ship upgrades have been amazing. There are lots of really, really good ships. Now, I guess is what you determine is like, how do you determine what a good ship upgrade is? Is it like a ship going from never used to becoming one of the best ships in the game? Or is it one of the best ships in the game still getting one of the best upgrades to make it still the best ship in the game? Because it's a pretty big scaling factor. Like Dinghy, for example, is one of the worst ships, if not the worst ship in the game, becoming one of the most used ships ever with its buff. Same with Merry Go, amazing. So that's 2 now. What else do we have? Moby Dick, I've used it a lot. I do like the Moby Dick upgrade. It's probably not the best upgrade, but that's probably a biased pick, but I have used the Moby Dick quite a lot. Thousand Sunny is god tier. Red Force is terrible. Marshall D Teach Ship is a pretty big one. Germa Ship is very good. Very good, especially because Gear 5 exists. Ho Ship, amazing upgrades. Shiki Island Ship, Liberal Hind. Liberal Hind is pretty good. Grand Tesoro is a very good ship when you have it at level 12. Oro Jackson at level 12 is good. I kind of don't want to even vote it because, like, the upgrade that it got was, like, fine. It is good. You gotta respect it, man. You gotta respect it. So, yeah, there's only really a couple that I've picked. Oro Jackson, Tesoro, Ho, Germa, Sunny, Mary, and Dinghy. So, I feel pretty comfortable with those picks. The ones that I picked are probably the best ships in the game. Best Strength Legend of the year. Okay, so we're going down this route. We're going by Best Strength Sugo Rare Character. Alright, that's interesting. So that usually we'd just do, like, certain categories of legends, but we're just going by color, which I don't think is a terrible idea, because it allows you to show best legends of each individual typing. So I kind of respect it. So we've got Strength Legends here. Let's go through and see. Kizuna Boa's pretty good, but just doesn't see a lot of play. We can only get 4 nominations. Wow, there's really not a lot of Strength Legends, are there? Well, Obviously, Magma, Kaido, Annie, Luffy, those units are very good. I kind of want to give it to Boa as well. The rest of them, pretty mediocre. But I feel like these three Strength Legends are very good. I'm probably dissing Kobe a little bit. I'm just not really a big fan of what this character does, although he is unique with his special. But yeah, let's move on. Hopefully it's going to be DEX next, right? And yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. DEX Legend of the Year. Yamato, gotta give her some votes. She's very good. Oh my god. Sanji. Dude. How would we expect a character like Sanji to debut this year, man? Sanji's been one of the best legends to release this year. Such a good unit, dude. Dex Blackbeard, kind of want to give him some respect as well. Big Mom, yes. Okay, Dex Legend's definitely getting more representation in 2023 compared to Strength. Feel very comfortable with those picks. Best Quick Legend of the Year. I mean, you got to give one to Robin. She's fantastic. Zoro, definitely. And that's about where it ends, I guess. Annie Sabo, I gotta give him some respect. He's probably the best anniversary legend that's come out, to be honest. I mean, like, Shanks and Luffy exist now, but Annie Sabo is still super good. Ivankov, Momo, Hiyori, and Ein? Probably not. Best PSY Legend of the Year. I wonder what's gonna win this category. I mean, there's a lot that could actually win this category. We got a lot of good PSY Legends this year. So, PSY Nami, definitely. I forgot Hawkins exists, and TM Bonnie. Gear 5 Luffy, absolutely. Shanks, Uta, oh my god, there's so many good ones. Like, I'm probably dissing Momo a little bit here because he probably deserves a little bit of votes, but I love these 4 legends that I picked. Nami, Gear 5, Uta, and Shanks. I feel like Gear 5's going to win this category, probably very comfortably. Best INT Legend of the Year. Well, Kaido has to get a pick. His team that he has is so cool. Alba, one of my favorite legends that's released this year. Wow, he's the last INT Legend that's released. That's crazy. Alba is so good, dude. I love his design. He's just so good. I mean, to be honest, we're just gonna pick all of the Kaido crew characters, because Killer, not great. He's okay, but works well with that tandem kid. And Apu, not so much. I feel like this is a very easy category to pick. Best Dual Legend of the Year. I like this. Let's move on. We have Dex and Psy, Rayleigh, Gaban. I mean, they've been really good. Since they've released, they have been seeing constant play. They're very good. Yamato and Luffy, while they are the anniversary character, and a lot of people like this design of this unit, I actually despise this character. I do not like Luffy and Yamato, even though they have some really unique stuff going on, and they are a strong unit. I actually don't like this unit that much, so I'm not even going to pick this unit. Shanks Buggy, Croc and Dofi, gotta give some respect to Croc and Dofi, very unique unit. Robin Koala, I think they're good, they might be a choice there. Law and Kid, oh, Nami Karina, for sure. Nami Karina have been super good. Actually, I'm gonna take off the vote for Law and Kid, and I am gonna give it to Robin Koala. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because if you actually go back and read what Robin Koala does, they're actually super good. They're ridiculously good. They just don't see a lot of play because they're Int, Dex, and Cerebral focused, which not many teams these days are focused around that, because a lot of the time you have to build for Gear 5 or something like that. So it's hard to say, but I do want to give some respect to this unit because I like the design of this unit. Croc and Dofi are a lot of fun, and the Nami Karina are amazing. So I feel comfortable with those dual unit picks. Best Super Sugo Fest Annie exclusive Legend of the Year. We've got Nami for sure. There's only 5 nominations here, but we have quite a lot of characters to pick from. Nami is definitely getting a pick. Robin is definitely getting a pick. Big Mom is definitely getting a pick. Gear 5 is definitely getting a pick. So that's 4 already. So now we have to pick one more. Or we don't have to pick one more, but is there one other one worth picking? I guess probably Sanji. I think he's been the character that I've been surprised at the most. This character's really strong. Just works well in so many teams. The fact that he can captain swap and then use his super type as well. He can have that really cool Brook support Red Recruit as well, which makes him super strong. So I think all of that really helps the character overall. I feel pretty comfortable with these picks though. Man, this category is gonna be tough. Best Super Evo of 2023. We've got a lot of them to go through. So we've got Chopper, he is good. Roger, I like what they did with Roger Super Evolution, but I don't think it's the best Super Evo of the year. So we're including some free-to-play units here as well. Red Rock Luffy is cool. Uta, I do like Uta a lot. I'm going to give the vote. Cat Dog Baby. Cat Dog Baby. Dude, that Super Evo came out of nowhere. The first dual unit to get a Super Evo, and being, in my opinion, the best Super Evo of 2023. That unit is a monster. This side free-to-play Luffy, almost want to give a vote to that unit too, because that was kind of left field and we didn't expect it, and the unit's pretty good. Side Gear 5 Luffy, I'm going to give it to him. I do like his Super Evo. I think it is very good. Giltazor, yes sir. Mark it down, mark it down. Stampede Luffy, I kind of want to give it to him as well. I feel comfortable with those picks. The worst Super Evo of 2023. Okay, this is going to be a little bit easier here. I don't really want to give votes to the free-to-play units here because I just... Unless if they're really good or really bad. It's hard to say though, because for Super Evos, for free-to-play units, they only go up incrementally. It's hard to say whether or not it's a good or bad Super Evo, unless if they don't really get an upgrade at all, which is a problem. So, which character got the worst Super Evos? Well, this free-to-play unit's not really that good. I'd say almost this unit is pretty bad. Who else got a bad one? This Big Mom is garbage. It was not what I expected this character to get with the Super Evo. I definitely think it's probably one of the weakest, if not the weakest, Super Evolution of 2023. Perone is very good. Oh, Whitebeard Marco. Oh, I forgot about him too. Yeah, he's probably one of the worst ones as well. It was such a bad Super Evo. And I almost want to give it to this INT Yamato because they just didn't buff this unit enough. I feel pretty comfortable with those picks. The best game mode or content. Alright, so we got 4 nominations. We got PKA, Rumble and Super Rumble, Treasure Map, Kizuna and Super Kizuna, which I will give a pick for, Grand Party, Arena, Blitz Battle, Clash, Turtle Island, and Grand Voyage. So this is the best game mode. I think Kizuna and Treasure Map are up there for sure. I don't really want to give it to PKA. PKA is in like the middle of the road for me because I like some aspects, but then there's other aspects that I don't like. The gameplay of Treasure Map and Kizuna is probably the most enjoyable, at least on my end. Treasure Map, the good thing about Treasure Map is they have the best rewards out of all the content, but I like the gameplay of Kizuna a lot, especially Super Boss. Super Boss Kizuna. Super Kizuna is definitely the best version of that. Arena, we love it. We would love to see more of it. I like clashes as well, but I think arenas are a little bit better. Blitz battles, I don't like blitz battles really. I used to love them, but kind of turned off them a little bit. I feel okay with those choices. Best Legend Artwork of the Year. Okay, so what? 12 nominations. So we're just going to go through these and just pick artworks that are really, really cool. Artworks that I really like. So I like Robin's. I think Robin's is very, very nice. Who else do we have here? Kid Luffy's is fantastic. You got to give respect to Kid Luffy. Luffy Yamato's is also really nice. I like Sanji, but I'm not a big fan of his artwork. I don't like that he's upside down. Zoro's is amazing. Alba's is really good. Who else? Oh, you got to give some love to Nami Carrot. That unit has some great artwork. Gear 5 Luffy for sure. Love the artwork there. Big Mom, Law Kid, Magma Kaido. Nah, I'm not the big. I like the unevolved artwork better. The Kazembo. I kind of want to give the artwork to the Kazembo. This has got a good artwork for sure. This Luffy looks good too, and that's about it. So not really too many choices. Of course, this is not including Ink Effect. This is just their base artwork, and yeah, they had a lot of good hits this year for sure. But definitely a lot of them that are kind of just whatever, mediocre. It is what it is. I'm pretty okay with those choices though. But yeah, definitely had some good ones this year in 2023. Best new update or feature. All right, let's see. 5 nominations. We have the Grand Voyage Island unlocked. All Grand Voyage Islands unlocked. Not really too sure what they mean by this. All Grand Voyage Island unlocked. I mean, that doesn't include past East Blue though, so I don't really get this choice. Cola storage to 100k. I don't think that's not a good update. Ship upgrade to 100%. Yeah, that's not bad. Disable Super Sugo unit special animation. No, I think that's actually a bad one. Because you can just double tap, you know, to get rid of the animation. Buffs display their value. Yes. PK added. Sure. Shipyard update. Definitely. Rush Sugo. Definitely. Auto power up. It's good. EX Super is great. How many nominations? It's 5, right? Dang. Okay, maybe we're running out. We're running out. We have to get rid of some. Okay, PK. Sorry, you're getting kicked out of this. Let's go. Special bots on Treasure Map is okay. New Sugafest animations. I love that. Sell up to 40 characters. Sure. I mean, I would like to pick it, but I'm running out of choices now. Collection feature. Pirate Alliance filters, which is kind of whatever. No one cares about that. Filter by potential ability. All the filtering. Like, to be honest, all the filtering stuff should be in 1. because having to waste 2 nominations on 2 different search filters is kind of annoying. All the search filters should have been in one selection, in my opinion. But I feel pretty okay with that. I feel really comfortable with those choices. I think I've chosen more than 5, so I have to get rid of one. I guess I'll get rid of the cell, because I do like the new Sugo Fest animations. Moment of the year. Here we go. So, we have the 12.3 update, which was the one for anniversary, right? So, yeah, this is the one where we get, like, all of the ship upgrade stuff. Okay. The Grand Maintenance. How many? We get 5 nominations. Introduction of additional 6+ Uta. We loved that. That was so good. The New Year's Sugo Fest, I guess. Infinite Kizuna ticket bug, no, because I wasn't able to abuse it. Global Anniversary and World Cruise. April Fool's Day, 13.0. 9th Anniversary Finale Campaign of 1 for the 9th Anniversary, of course. I don't think anyone should vote for when Auto Power-Up released and then they removed it. That's kind of silly. 9th and 19th singles on the Sanji banner. Yeah, if only I was able to abuse that. But that was actually pretty cool. Alternating Pen was considered a unit. That was hilarious. 13.1 was pretty big. Dual Unit Super Evolution was also pretty big. Dude, Gear 5 was the moment, though. And we get 5 nominations? Yeah, we get 5. Dude, Gear 5 was the moment of the year. Like, I don't care what anyone says. That was the moment where everyone got hyped for no reason, dude. I'm going to also give it to the One Piece TCG collab, because I'm a big fan of the One Piece TCG, so that's cool. But Gear 5 was the peak moment of 2023 for One Piece Treasure Cruise. Content Creator of the Year. Alright, so, of course, we're always going to be picking ourselves. That's just the way it goes. Shout out to my man Stump. I also want to give it to Chaozu as well. I think Chaozu is a great content creator. Creates a lot of content. He's very consistent. Shout out to Chaozu. And who else have we got here? We got Musashi, Amaiwabaka, Subconti, got to give respect to him as well. Rubionic, B-Bro, Dobel, Obodo-san, shout out to Pappy, Sadiq OPTC, Nitro Sage, Dilba, and Bebo. Shout out to my man Dilba, though. Dilba's going to get that vote for sure. Hell yeah. So we got the homies all getting the votes. Feel pretty comfortable with all those picks for sure. But I mean, everyone here, you should go check out everyone. And if you're a fan of One Piece Treasure Cruise, you should be going to all of these channels and subscribing to all of these people. So they'll all help you get through whatever Treasure Cruise content you want to get through. So make sure to go ahead and check out all the people listed here. Highly advise doing that. Worst Legend of the Year. I feel like this is a pretty comfortable choice. Page 1 is just a garbage legend. Should never have been a legend. This character is terrible. Never sees play. I pulled a character, I think, on debut or the next banner that he was available on. Never used him once. Never used him a single time. So I'd say he would have to be up there. But what other characters are really bad? I think this Dex Wipe It is pretty bad, but he does have the ability to do a health cut through Grey Shield, which is unique. So I guess you have to give him respect in that regard. Apu is pretty bad, but usable in Rumble, so I can't pick him. Like, I'm trying to pick characters that are literally useless, right? Like, Odin Toki, they're not good, but they're usable. Ivankov is pretty bad, I will admit. Shank's Buggy just doesn't see play, which is kind of sad. Who else do we have? The Reverie characters, I think they're pretty bad too, not gonna lie. I think they're a pretty terrible legend. Kawamatsu's not the best, but he's okay, I guess. Kazenbo. Fuji and Kizaru, they're probably one of the worst legends of the year. If you guys have actually sat down and read again what they do not do a whole lot at all. And I also want to kind of give it to Momo as well. I think he's a terrible unit, to be honest. But I feel okay with those choices. But I think it's probably going to be Fuji Kizaru or Page 1 that gets selected to be like the worst legends of the year, in my opinion. There was a few stinkers in here this year in 2023. Now we get to Legend of the Year. So we have to pick which legends are the best of 2023. Well, you guys already know. If you guys have watched my latest tier list and who I think are the top dogs in One Piece Treasure Cruise, I think Kaido vs Yamato are still very good. I think Nami is good. I think Robin is also very good. Who else is good? I think Sabo is good, but I'm not going to pick him. I think Sanji is god tier. Zoro, very good. Queen was very good, but then he got nerfed. Shout out to Bandai for that one. That's kind of a shame. I still like Alba. I like his builds. And then, of course, we're going to get to Gear 5. I think Gear 5 is the best legend of 2023. Big Mom is so good. Magma Kaido is so good. And I think that's going to be it. That's actually going to be it. But I think I think Gear 5 is the best Legend of the year. I think Nami and... Uta was last year, so she actually doesn't count. But Uta is one of the best Legends still. Sanji, Nami, and Gear 5. Those three, I think they're the top 3 Legends that have released in this calendar year. You know, since last awards. That I think are deserving of the best Legends of 2023. But, of course, if you guys want to share your opinions about it, you can do that in the comment section, or you can go over to the Google form in the description or in the comment section, and you can do this for yourself. So we are going to go ahead and submit that bad boy, and we are done. The OPTC Awards have been input, so make sure to go ahead and do it for yourself. Put in who you think or what you think are going to select and win each of the categories. And of course, we are going to be doing a live show to announce the winners of each of these categories later on in December. But that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.